Hey everyone, in this video we are going to build RC Airboat conversion kit, and it's basically going to be one part that you can mount on different boats and give them more ability to move on water like an airboat. And I think it might be a fun project, so let's do this. Okay, so here we are in the Fusion 360 and I'm going to show you all the parts and the overall look of this project. So as you can see, there is the project of the boat. It's a very simple design from 5 pieces of 1 centimeter thick styrofoam. It's empty inside, so I will be able to put my battery, receiver and BSC inside. And there's also a cover to protect it from splashes of water. So that's how it looks. And now let's talk about 3D printed parts, because that's what is important in this project. At first we have a base. The base is the part where you mount everything else, starting from servo, which will move the rudders. And talking about rudders, you have 3 different options. You can choose a single rudder, which looks like that. You can choose double rudder, and that's my favorite, I think. And you can also choose triple rudders. Yeah, and to assemble them you just need to screw this part to the base. And you also need screws to connect the rudders to that thing. And you also need a piece of wire to connect rudders together. So yeah, that's how it works. And later you need to print motor mount. And it depends on the size of your propeller. If you have big propeller, you can choose 8-inch motor mount. That's how it looks like. But if you have smaller motor and propeller, as I do, because I have motor from my drone, racing drone, and that's why I will choose 5-inch motor mount. And also I will choose to print spacers, because I want to place my ESC right under the motor, so it can be cooled by air from the propeller. So the ESC will be taped here, and all the cables will go down here right to this hole, and also cables from servo will go there. And basically I designed this tunnel for cables so I can nicely manage them to inside of the boat, so everything will look clean and nice. That's why it's for. And yeah, that's basically how it looks. And you can also print propeller guards. I designed a few of them. You can choose the honeycomb design, you can choose that design. I think they are not very useful. I mean, they might protect your fingers and they might protect propeller in the swamps, but they also might reduce efficiency of the motor. So that's up to you whether you want to print them or not. But you know, that's how it looks. And also, after some time, I thought that this boat might be a little bit unstable, so I came with that design. That things are basically air tanks at the sides of this boat, and they are here to protect the boat from flipping over during turns, because if the boat turns upside down, battery might get wet and everything might get burnt, and that's something we don't want. So that's why these things are here. And one important thing is to keep them to keep the infill low, so there is a lot of air. I probably will print them with like 2% grid infill. And also you need to keep in mind that there can't be holes in the surface. It should be just solid infill. There can't be any holes, because the water might leak inside and make this whole thing heavy. So yeah, that's how this project looks. I think it looks kind of nice here, and also on the renderings it looks kind of nice. So now we need to print this. Those are my 3D printers. Here is Ender 8 and here is Ender 3, but I'm currently having some problems with Ender, so I print only on Ender. And I made some modifications to the printer. For example, I print these frame supports here, and I also converted direct extruder into Bowden, and now it prints one part for rudders. Okay, as you can see, I have 3D printed all the parts. I choose to print top rudders version, and as you can see, I have already assembled a motor mount, and I have also added servo to the base, and also I mounted motor and soldered ESC, and I have managed all the cables down here and also cables from servo through this hole, so I can later solder them to the battery and to the receiver. So that's how it looks. And now what we can do is to mount a propeller and also assembly rudder mechanism. So let's do this now. At first we need to start by taking these two pieces and screwing them together. Okay, so now when we have everything screwed, we need to make sure that it can move freely. As we can see, it can. So now the next step is to mount this thing to connect the both rudders. And to do that we need short pieces of wire. Okay, and you just need to put it here. And okay, so we have one, and now another. You need to use some force to push it inside, that it needs to be through the hole of this piece. Okay, so now we have mounted that, and as we can see, it can move. So now we can connect this to the base with screws. So now we have everything screwed together. It can move. So now what we can do is to take this thing, there are servo horn and some wire, and we can just connect this. It would be better if I start with that. So now we have it connected. If I move this, servo also moves. You need to check if servo is at the center, so the rudders also will be. But yeah, it works. And now the last thing is we can attach propeller to the motor. Like that. And yeah, that's our kit assembled. As you can see, it looks like that. And now we can mount it on our boat and do the first tests. Okay, so I have glued the base to the body of the boat, and I have also soldered all the connections. And now the last thing we have to do is to connect the battery and see how it works. So at first I'm gonna turn on the radio and lower the throttle so the blades don't hurt me. And let's see. Okay, It seems like it's working. Okay. Let's see how servo works. Okay, so it's pretty nice. So yeah, it works. And now we can cover everything. Wait. And let's see how the motor works. Yeah, okay. So it has some power. It's a small motor, but yeah, definitely works. So yeah, now we're ready to test this on water. So I tested this kit on 4 different boats, and on 3 of them it worked flawlessly.
swimming board was probably too big and too heavy for this small motor, and I wasn't able to control it. But overall, I think I can call this project a success. If you want to make it by yourself, you can click the link in the description. There are all the STL files. There is even the Fusion 360 project, and there is also a part list. So you basically have everything you need. And if you like this video, you can leave a like. If you dislike, you can leave a dislike. And if you want to see more tutorials like that about robotics, Arduino, 3D printing, RC vehicles, and maybe even FPV planes and drones, you can leave a subscription, you can subscribe. And I am already working on another video, so at least during holiday I think I will upload recently. And if you have any questions, you can ask me them here in the comments or send me an email. And I think that's all. Thank you for watching, and bye.